I'm about to teach you how I gamify my social media growth and how you can do the same in a simple step-by-step format. But if you haven't met yet, let me give you a little bit of credibility that you know that what I'm talking about can be trusted. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Fabian Werner. I'm a student from Germany. I'm currently studying for a bachelor's degree in e-commerce at the University of Applied Sciences Würzburg-Schweinfurt, where I'm probably recognized as one of the top 20% of students. I have been in business for 5 years. I've started 3 businesses on my own so far. My first business being an online shop where I sold archive fashion clothing to people around the globe. My second business was a productized service agency where I streamlined workflows for businesses, mainly using a software called Notion. And my current business is the one you're watching right now. I'm building my brand online through publishing free content that makes you a smarter business owner. Alright, with that being said, let me hop into the screen recording so I can share what I'm talking about. Alright, so there are 3 levels to this entire gamification thing. And I want to start with level 1, being lost. Then we go to level 2, figuring it out. And level 3, leveling up. So, social media isn't a big club. It's a game. And if you can't figure out how to play the game, you'll probably never succeed on social media. You gotta play to win, as they say. The game is played in levels. And at each level, you acquire new skills and new points of leverage that you can use to move ahead. Today I'm pulling back the curtain to show you how the game's played. So let's dive in. Level 1, being lost. Every single creator entrepreneur on the internet begins at level 1. Nobody's born with 1 million followers. We all start at 0. Every one of us. And most of us have no clue what we're doing when we start. This makes up 95% of the people you see on social media at any given time. Flailing around, cringe writing and videos, nonsensical content that will never get read or engaged with. Harsh, but true. The best thing you can do at level 1 is figure out how to get out of it as fast as possible. Here's what I recommend to anyone at level 1. Create simple content for beginners. It doesn't matter what topic, industry, or niche you write about, or film videos about, whatever suits you. The majority of people on the internet are at the very beginning of their journey too. They're trying to figure out the basics, the one-on-one. Help your target audience figure out the basics. And when you help them, make it easy to understand. Simple words, simple sentences, one idea per piece of content, clear and concise. If you want to learn how I did it, then just scroll down on my YouTube page and look at the older videos. I really started with the most simplest way to explain basics. I explained the meaning of single words. What does freelancing mean? What does lean startup mean? What is the exit rate? What is a side hustle? I explained how to use software. I started summarizing videos that I watched to make my learnings more transparent. I did all of that to show you that it's more than possible to start with basic content. So, when you help them, make it easy to understand. You want it as simple as possible. So I started only explaining one word in 1 minute per one piece of content in a video format, and it worked flawlessly for me. So level 1 content creators should create content day in and day out. Focused on one area of expertise, simple and useful content every single day. Consistency is king. Because the majority of people who are beginners, this is a great way to build a big following. Yeah, and with a big following comes amplified content. And if you're not getting traction, it's time for some self-reflection. Because it isn't the algorithm, the platform, the software, or the time of day you post. It is your content. It's always your fault. It's time to go study people creating successful content and figure out how to be simple and clear. Remodel what works and then iterate until it works for you as well. Level 2, figuring out. Once you've provided simple and useful value for a long period, you'll have a following of people who look for your content regularly. And this can take months up to years. It takes time, good things take time, and everything worth doing is hard. And with that bit of traction, you can introduce 2 new power-ups to your game that help you move levels. The first power-up being the diversification of content. The first power-up is when you start to add more content ammunition to your arsenal. You'll move from simple, useful pieces of content to a more diversified set of plays that you can run over and over. Go back and look at your content from the past year. Identify your top 20 pieces that resonated and study them. Why did they resonate? Are there any similarities in topic, structure, style, length, etc.? Once you know what worked well and why, replicate your success continuously. Take each post and redo it in 20 different ways. Different hooks, different body, etc. Then put the content into different formats, into threads, articles, posts, carousels, videos. You get the point. And keep this in mind. If a message resonates on one social platform, it's likely to resonate on another one too. By using content that works, but altering it slightly, you'll stay on message and give your audience what they want. Every piece of content feels fresh and new. You're going deep. Here is the second power up. Small, supportive groups of other people who get it. Eventually, you'll notice these same people coming back to your content all the time. What a great feeling it is to see familiar faces of support when you post. You'll also see other people on your feed posting about something similar to your tangentially related to your subject matter. Take notice of both groups. Go click on every single profile of a person who is supporting your content or whose content you see in your feed. Who's growing? Who's showing up daily? Who's figuring it out like you? These are your new social media game teammates, but you need to get them on your team. So, you want to reach out with something like this. I appreciate you coming around and supporting my content each day. Thank you for it. Looks like you're getting some traction too. Any interest in jumping on a quick call? Would love to figure out how to support each other more. You want to do this 5 to 10 times over again because you want to find 5 to 10 people playing at your level and build a go-to-market content team. Engage, comment, host each other on podcasts, do live events together, co-market, etc. This is the time to be generous and get creative. You get what you give. I want you to think about how this applies to anything in work and life. When a high school football player gets recruited to a college, he recruits other great players to come along and play with him. He wants to win. When two people in the music industry start getting traction, they release a collaboration or a song together. They want to be superstars. When politicians are on the rise, they endorse other popular candidates just like them. They want to get elected. This is the game. Your goal at level 2 is to become the guy or girl who has the leverage. Double down on your strengths and forget your weaknesses. Go all in on the thing that makes you the best in your category. For example, I go all in on YouTube and become the YouTube guy. And when other big creators from TikTok, LinkedIn and Instagram want to come to YouTube to grow their brands and businesses, who do you think they reach out to? This is leverage, and this is level 3. Leveling up. When you become somebody known for a thing, you have leverage. And leverage is powerful, because now you can trade and barter with people who want your expertise. Here's the part of this game that everyone misses, forgets, or just straight up ignores. You can't get to level 3 without being top 10% in something. And you have to work hard for that thing. You have to show up daily and write, record, interview, respond, engage, and so on. And you have to get it right. Just showing up doesn't mean you'll get results. I study copywriting, human emotion, and psychology. I show up every day to create, sometimes twice or 3 times a day. And I rarely miss a day of responding to comments, building my network, and therefore increasing my leverage. When I go all in on a new platform, it's not a matter of whether I grow, but simply how fast. Because I can reach out and use my YouTube leverage to meet the people who already know the game. So in conclusion, maybe pulling back the curtain on the social media game will sour you a little bit, but I hope it doesn't. This is how the world works across every industry or career. The best athletes form super teams to win championships. The best musicians make music together to sell tickets and albums. The PayPal mafia builds and funds new startups. Big name actors and directors work together to create blockbuster hits. Top fashion designers collaborate with celebrities to boost sales. Best-selling authors co-write books to capitalize on each other's fanbase to sell more books. And the list goes on and on. So now that you know how the game works, it's important to ask yourself, are you ready to play? With that being said, before you start answering this question, I would highly recommend that you check out my newsletter in the description down below, because this is the place where I teach you everything I learned on my journey, just like the video or the script that I just read off. This was taken out of one of my newsletter issues. And I would highly appreciate if you check it out. Everything is for free. I will never sell your information. You can subscribe or unsubscribe anytime for free. And with that being said, start playing the game.